Assalamu alaikum, this is RPH Fia with a new topic of anti-diabetic. So today I discuss the pharmacology of anti-diabetic drugs. So here is the introduction of anti-diabetic drugs and what is the diabetes. Before knowing the anti-diabetics, you should know about what is the diabetes and from where the diabetes is caused. So the endocrine pancreas is the part of the body. Endocrine means it's produce the hormone inside the body. That means it is endocrine. The endocrine pancreas, 1 million eyes of Langerhans. 4 hormones producing cells are present in the pancreas. So insulin is the one of them. Insulin, the storage and the anabolic hormone of the body. Amyloid polypeptide, IAPP or amylin, that is a proteinic in nature, modulate appetite, gastric emptying and glucagon and insulin secretion. What is glucagon? Glucagon, hyperglycemic factor, produce hyperglycemic factor that mobilize the glycogen storage. And what is a glycogen stores? Glycogen stores glucose in the body. The excessive glucose in the body can be stored in the form of the glycogen. Like the excessive glucose in the plants can be stored in the form of the starch. So in the animals or in the human, excessive glucose can be stored in the form of the glycogen that can be mobilized or facilitated by glucagon. Then next is somatostatin, a universal inhibitor of the secretory cells. Somatostatin is the inhibitor of the secretory cell that is of either kind. Gastrin, which stimulate the gastric acid secretion, and the pancreatic peptide. As we all know, the peptides are also produced from the pancreas. Gastrin, so you can learn its function from its name, that is gastrin, stimulate the gastric acid secretion. It have major and important clinical indications. Now next is diabetes mellitus. Here we talk first we talk about the pancreas, from where the diabetes is caused. Now the next part is diabetes mellitus. What is the diabetes? An elevated blood glucose associated with absent or inadequate pancreatic insulin secretion, either pancreatic insulin from the pancreas is not secreted, absent, inadequate, not sufficient, with or without concurrent impairment of insulin action. So the elevation of the blood glucose depend upon the two factors. What are these two factors? Either there is an impairment in the secretion or there is an impairment in the sensitivity. First is secretion, second is sensitivity. It is further classified into the 4 categories, that is type 1, it is insulin dependent diabetes. Type 2, non-insulin dependent diabetes. Why it is non-insulin dependent? Because in the type 2 there is a sensitivity impairment or secretion impairment. Which type of the impairment? Kindly give your answer in the comment box. Type 3, others. And type 4, that is a gestational diabetes mellitus that will cause in the pregnancy or the pregnant ladies. Then the type of the diabetes. The hallmark of type 1 diabetes is selective beta cells destruction. When the cells are destroyed, they will not produce the insulin. When the insulin is not produced, glucose levels elevated. Because what is the function of the insulin? It takes the glucose and transport it to their required part or required organ. And what are these? Either it is liver, either it is muscles, or any other tissues. Type 1 diabetes is further subdivided into the immune and idiopathic. Idiopathic means the cause is unknown. The immune form is the most commonest form of the type 1 diabetes. Why immune form, and what is the function of the immune form diabetes? When there is an immune reaction, immune system reaction, complement activated, there is a destruction of the body tissues. So there is a destruction of the beta cells. So it is the basic concept of the immune mediated diabetes mellitus, which is a part of type 1 diabetes. Suspectability appear to involve a multifactorial genetic linkage, but only 10 to 15% of a patient have a positive family history. Type 1 for persons with a type 1 diabetes, insulin replacement therapy is necessary to sustain the life, because there is a destruction. When there is a destruction, there is a no chance for the formation of insulin. So when there is a no chance, so you will give the insulin outside the body. Interruption of the insulin replacement therapy can be life-threatening and can result in the diabetic ketoacidosis or death. And what is a diabetic ketoacidosis? This is a most severe complication and the life-threatening complication of the diabetes mellitus. Diabetic ketoacidosis is caused by insufficient or absent insulin or result from excess release of fatty acid and subsequent formation of the toxic level of keto acids. Why the excessive release of the fatty acid? Why the fatty acid are released in excess in the diabetes? What is the link between the fatty acid and the diabetes? Try to link this mechanisms and their toxicities. Type 2 diabetes mellitus, tissue resistance, that means sensitivity. There is a sensitivity impairment. Body produce insulin, but cells are not sensitized. Tissue resistance to the action of insulin combined with a relative deficiency in the insulin secretion. There is a relative deficiency. Insulin is produced by the beta cells in the patient. It is inadequate to overcome the resistance and the blood glucose rises. The impaired insulin action also affects the fat metabolism. When there is an insulin impairment, fat metabolism also impaired. When there is a fat metabolism impaired, fatty level increase in the body. It will lead to the complications of the diabetes mellitus, resulting in the increased fatty acid flux and triglyceride level and reciprocally low level of HDL. Type 2 individuals with the type 2 may not require insulin to survive. So why? Because there is a sensitivity impairment. While in the type 1, they required the insulin for their life, for their good quality of the life. Why? Because there are the destruction of the beta cells. So insulin are not produced. Here, insulin is produced, but the body cells are not sensitized. It is likely that 10 to 20% of individuals in whom type 2 diabetes was initially diagnosed actually have both type 1 and type 2 or slowly progressing type 1 called latent autoimmune diabetes of adult, that is called the LADA. They have the both type 1 and type 2 diabetes, and they ultimately require full insulin replacement. Dehydration in individuals with untreated or the poorly controlled type 2 diabetes can lead to the life-threatening condition called the non-ketotic hyperosmolar coma. Type 3 diabetes. The type 3 designation refers to the multiple other specific causes of the elevated blood glucose, and these are all the causes. Why these are not important? Because we cannot see the type 3 diabetes commonly in the clinical practice, but they exist in literature. So I included the type 3 diabetes mellitus here, but from the clinical point of view it is not such as important. Pancreatectomy, removal of the pancreas. When the pancreas is removed, there is a no beta cells. When there is a no beta cell, there is a no insulin. When there is no insulin, there is an increase in the glucose level and lead to the diabetes mellitus. Pancreatitis, inflammation of the pancreas, ultimately same mechanism of action. Non-pancreatic disease, drug therapy, due to the some drug therapies, blood glucose level increase. What are these drugs which increases the blood glucose level? Type 4 diabetes. As I told earlier, type 4 diabetes is gestational diabetes. It is defined as an abnormality in the glucose level noted for the first time during pregnancy. Gestational diabetes is diagnosed in approximately 7% of all the pregnancies in the USA. Okay, this article is a USA based, not the Pakistan based, so I included the USA specifically. During pregnancy, the placenta and the placenta hormone create an insulin resistance that is most pronounced in the last trimester. Risk assessment for diabetes is suggested starting at the first prenatal visit. High risk women should be screened immediately. High risk women, and who are the at the high risk? You should know. Screening may be deferred in the lower risk women until the 24 to the 28 week of gestational, when there is a chances of the high body weight fetus or the twins, there is a greater chance of the gestational diabetes. So that's here the type of the diabetes are complete. Our next topic will be insulin, that will be discussed in the next video. Till that, Allah Hafiz.